2-1. And I believe it was it Team Jynttä who won the 9th round? It was, and they want to start on the T side.
Yeah, that's fair play. I mean, Dust2, CT sided very slightly. So that's absolutely fair play, but Aslak, he's been so deadly on short when we've seen him play.
Great open, and the problem is the bomb has been lost. Fortunately, though, Natu managing to pick it up. That nade deals a lot of damage, but there is the second from the Team ROCCAT player, Corone, his left-hand man as well. And we could very well see a clean and easy round coming out from ROCCAT. And it will be a clean and easy round, 1-0.
Yeah, that's Aslak there getting those very two quick early kills. Just put Jynttä on the back foot, allowed his teammates the opportunity to chime in as well. And chime in they did. Aslak has looked very deadly on short. Likes to play an AWP there early game. Let's see if he still does that.
So he's gone for the scout. I'd be interested to see whether he does actually play on short with this scout. If I was him, I'd probably opt the more A-ramp approach, maybe the mid approach. There's a balloon going off. Lovely jubbly. It's all because it's your birthday, Logan. I mean, why does it have to be your birthday? Jesus.
I know.
It's a good nade from Reflex, though, and it is going to blow Allu to smithereens. There's the second nade as well. ROCCAT, like you said, they've come prepared, they've come drilled. Granted, they're only up against the eco, but it's great to see coordinated grenades like that. And they look like they're flowing with confidence.
Oh yeah, they're not giving Jynttä a second to set up here. They're just getting in there. Nades in at the perfect time. Some absolutely stupendous amount of damage done there behind that mid box. They just look in control at the moment, which is what we want to see, but eco rounds, you know, don't expect Jynttä to really have much to say at this stage. It's going to come round to the round after this.
Yeah, I was watching an interview at the assembly, actually, with Natu. We actually linked it on the NiP Gaming TV Twitter, so that's at NiP Gaming TV if you want to go check it out. And one thing Natu was saying, was emphasising, is how well he knows the players he's playing against, because he's played with a lot of them on Stonda and Disturb in 3D Max. But let's see whether they can actually use that to their advantage. They really need to try and brute force a bomb plant here, as Aslak looks to Kaylee get right, not able to do it with the jumping scout. And fair play to Jynttä, they planted.
Yeah, it's unfortunately left to plant there. He missed 2 shots on it. I reckon if he'd missed the first shot, taken just a second to rethink and taken that second one a bit slow, he would have had get right before he planted. Maybe just a little bit of warm-up required just to get into his stride, really, to land those shots. But it was a nice little touch, though, to get that jumping shot at the end.
Yeah, so again, going back to what I said, Natu said, what's your take on that with regards to him knowing these players very well?
He is a journeyman of the scene. Obviously, he's been around a long time, especially with Sterling.
I think he's been playing CS for 15 years.
It's pretty impressive statistic he is. That's why he was picked up in this role.
Well, that means I was 5 years old when he first started playing CS.
That is an impressive stat. Corone opening up with the P90. Nice, and Sunny picking up one as well. So, already, Jynttä on the back foot. 2 AWPs though.
It's not going to be easy to try and drop Corone with the Pro 90. He's just playing for time. He's allowing his teammates to rotate over. There's another casualty on A. That casualty being Disturbed. Of course, a player who has also retired, but of course, you never really retire from CS. Allu comes in, can only get 1 frag, and Stonda now in a bit of a tough situation. And Sunny will flank from behind, and it's been pretty simple so far for ROCCAT.
Somehow, Zan still ended up with a there. It's been coming through from CT, unable to grab himself a better weapon. But is he going to keep it? I believe he is. Up against Tech 9s and a Scout, so no real need to upgrade at this point. And Gerai just wants to challenge Aslak. Does land a shot on Aslak as well, actually, with that Scout. Through the door. And a second to take out Aslak in mid, so Aslak losing out on the mid sniper battle.
Yeah, he lost out, but the T's have lost the bomb, and it's in lower tunnels. CT's know it's there, hence why we've got a player who's pushed all the way into upper tunnel to try and assert his dominance on that area. And Reflex gets an easy double towards A long, trades out that USP for a Tech 9. And this is it, this is their second proper bite of the cherry for Team Jynttä now. Full buy coming in, double up setup again.
Let's see how it goes, because Allu's on the They're just gotta find where Azlak is, and they've got to challenge him again. I mean, that was good to get right there. How awesome is the scout, but this is what you need, you know, aggressive pushes like that, just to take one of them out, make them have a numerical advantage, and then use that numerical advantage, make the CTs have to rotate out of position.
And if there's anyone who can succeed at that role, who can make the impossible happen, it is going to be none other than Christopher Get Right Allison. We've, I think it's safe to say we all know what he can do, and arguably, probably alongside Forrest, one of the best players back in CS 1.6. And Disturbed as well, you know, he was pretty decent back in Source. Played for Seacraft towards the end, alongside legends, Finnish legends such as Angel Dust. Azlak, double up kill, makes it 3, and Stonder's just, he's like, I need to get out of there. I'm not going to walk into Azlak, because if I do, I'll most likely be a dead man.
Yeah, he's deadly on that short, and Rowan just catching on a little bit off guard there, Xartan, aware of the servers. But that, those 3 kills from Azlak, he is lethal on that short. I did say he was going to be making an impact there, and he just shows it once again. Later in the half, expect him to start roaming a little bit once they wise up to how he plays short, but for now he has that on lockdown.
So, Zarte and Reflex yet to actually die. And Get Right wins the AWP battle. It's not often you see him pick up the big green gun, but like we said earlier on, he really needs to step it up here, Logan. What do you want to see Team Jynttä do differently? What do they have to do to try and unlock this ROCCAT defense?
Well, at the moment it's Get Right getting those picks. They need to back him up and work those positions. You saw him get the pick into mid, and they chose not to work it, piled up short, and it went horribly wrong. I want to see a B split, but they haven't got control of B tunnels either, so they're going to have to push short. As like the Danger Man down, who was covering short, so it's well noticed by Team Jynttä to know that he won't be watching that position at the moment, and he was the one who's been stopping all these pushes, so taking advantage of the situation, pushing up onto site now.
Two T players are going to fall back. They knew there would be someone rotating round, and there is the Rec 9 put into action. Allu picks up an AK, and great anticipation to know that Reflex could have been at long. And in a blink of an eye, Team Jynttä, it was a forced buy, it was a poor buy to say the least, but they do stand a chance of winning this round. And Team ROCCAT, they're not interested. Caron's just going to fall back, and Sonny's just going to try and get a few exits if possible.
They've got to try and find that AWP, that's the important thing. If they can get that AWP back, it's great. Great save for the CTs, but if they lose a man, oof. It's all going to come down to Get Right and what he decides to do.
Yeah, well, he got the wall bang. That round did get a bit expensive for Team Jynttä, even though they didn't spend too much at the start of it, forcing it up. But obviously that bomb plant, they didn't lose the round, but I was quite impressed with how they made their way onto the A-bomb site. Team ROCCAT, I think the idea was good from them, where they went very aggressive at long and got the information. I think the reaction from the B players and the long guys just to rotate over after they realised where their opponents were was maybe a little bit too late.
Williams is short boost going down. Azlak, along with, I believe that's Sunny. No Corone, and Corone will open up and stop Natu rushing. See, now Azlak's covered. It's great team play there from Corone to cover the early T push which they expected. And now Azlak can work himself into a good position with that AWP and lock it down. Corone rotating away to help towards A site.
Team ROCCAT, they know that they've put more emphasis on short than long, and it's only going to be a matter of time until they realise where their opponents are. That's it, they've pushed mid, they've checked lower tunnels, they see the Molotovs flying in off long, they know they have to have pushed it, and they know that they have to be on the A site, but Azlak, phenomenal play from him yet again, as the Team ROCCAT reinforcements reunite here on short and CT spawn. And they may give them a bomb plant here, but the retake is their main priority. They don't want to lose any men prior to it.
Yeah. 5v3 on the retake, now 4v2. Odds are in favour of the CTs. Definitely now Azlak gets back. Incredible shot. Now it's just Disturbed. He's got to fire an incredible amount of time. Can he do it?
No, he can't. So there we have it. 7-2 to Team Jynttä. And so far, based off of what we've just witnessed, it's not really represented the odds, nor your prediction.
No.
Kappa. So what's your take on that?
ROCCAT look incredibly drilled right now. They it looks like yesterday when they played against eBell and came out the losers, maybe it was just a one-off bad game. I mean, they did really challenge eBell. They really pushed them hard, and they've come into this feeling very confident. You can see it from the way that they position themselves. Aslak's just raining death upon them. There's not really any set sort of strat from Team Jynttä. They're just sort of working off the picks, which is what you expect as a mix, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And do you think the fact that Team ROCCAT were obviously in Group A, so they had all of yesterday to prepare, may have played a factor?
That may absolutely play a factor. You know, they've had a whole day where they can just sit down, reevaluate, look at how Team Jynttä played on their maps that they picked, and try and counter it. They've really unlocked the Team Jynttä attack here. It's completely mapped out. They've got their playbook.
Do. Sounds like he's played incredibly well so far. He's going to look to get a few more frags. Good flank coming in from Reflex. And a tasty double AK as well. Team Jynttä, they were on the armor Tech 9 buy, and for them to only kill one player still feels lackluster.
It does. They're setting the bar very low for themselves, just running in like sheep and just trying to get the bomb down. They should be willing to achieve more than that.
Natu and Stonda yet to actually get on the scoreboard.
That's really going to be hurting them as they go on deeper into this half. They're going to want to get something. Stonda's also been buying a lot of orbs as well. He should have been getting some sort of return for that investment. I believe he's been rocking pretty much a double orb out every single buy round so far. Stonda hasn't got a single kill with it yet.
No, but they have infiltrated long, they've breached long, so if they can maybe get one of these AWPers in pit, have him take on someone towards the A bomb site, it might do them a world of good. And this is Get Right doing the role that he's become world famous for, his lurker role, just catching off rotators, ensuring he slows down anyone rotating as well, and just being a general nuisance to the opponents. And Team Jynttä now 2 men up. Let's see if they can finally capitalise.
Yeah, this is where they need to push together, these 3 players on non. He's Allu covering the rotates at top mid. He's got Get Right, able to push late round behind the CTs as they try to retake. That's going to burn to death.
Jynttä going to be coming through CT spawn. Corona, unfortunately, was held from behind by Allu, which actually contributed to the death of Zarte, because when Zarte was pushing through CT spawn, he had to do it all alone because Corona couldn't back him up. But right now, the crossfire is real. I'm pretty sure Corona didn't expect Get Right to be there, but that's the thing about Get Right. He pops out where you least expect him to.
Yeah, he absolutely expected that CT drop. He knew his guys on site had the approach through short onto A plat pretty much covered, so the best option for him was to just drop CT and try and run up through CT towards site. Get Right, anticipating that, put himself in a great location and punishes him.
So realistically here, Logan, how many rounds would you expect the T's to rack up on the T side? That's a good start from Stonda.
Well, going on that. Now Stonda's on the board. Hopefully they're going to begin to get some momentum now. A couple more rounds and maybe 4 CTs onto an eco. Could close this out. I think around 10-5, possibly 9-6 if Stonda and Natu really pick up.
So there's the Molotov onto short, and I guess Molotovs are one thing that have contributed towards this map becoming a little bit more CT-sided. Molotovs work really, really well for CTs. They're almost like secondary smokes as far as slowing the pace of the game down is concerned. And obviously the smokes have changed in CSGO as well. They're much thicker, much more suitable for defensive play. Corona gets spotted near the gay spot. He's got Team Jynttä players left, right and centre of him, all above him. Great frag onto Zarte at long distance to stop Natu. And Get Right knows he needs to push now with his teammates, surround these CTs, but they've lost the bomb.
Unfortunately, bomb was lost. Zarte, great awareness, just hang back and wait for that Allu flank. They did lose one player to Allu before that kill came in. 2 versus 3 retake, and with that Corona getting knocked out, that's going to be exciting saving. There's no way he's going to do this 1v3, especially with Stonda covering the bomb with an AWP. He's going to have to go for exits.
Expect to Get Right. and took his face off as well. And I'm not sure whether he knows that Disturbed is on 6 HP. He could go hunting. Let's see if he is.
He's got to be aware of the AWP out there, though. He's got to hold an unnatural angle that the AWPer won't expect. Of course, the AWPer's now just going to save.
So Logan, you obviously have quite a lot of history in Counter-Strike. You were once upon a time, or you still are rather, a manager for one of the best female sides in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So we've got
on and off.
On and off, yeah. When you're not focused on keeping your global elite, but yeah. So tell us a bit about the roles you have to take forward, which will pretty much summarise the new roles that obviously Natu had to take forward going into NiP. But actually, we'll go back to that in a second because Team Jynttä have fully changed the tempo around. They're falling back towards tunnels. Get Right was walking into the wall. He's had damage dealt onto him. Zarte looked like he had this on lockdown, and that was a false alarm, but it was comical to say the least, the way they ran out and then just took a U-turn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Nade didn't manage to get disturbed. Luckily, he was quick on his feet, got out of there. Just to find another day. Even though he's on low health, it's always key to have a numerical advantage because even a player on 1 HP can still land a one-shot headshot. Very key not to throw yourself life away. When you're on 12 HP, you just want to sit back and let someone else take point with more health.
Exactly, and the fact that Disturbed had the smoke and has 2 flashes, you know, he'd still be a massive asset to the rest of his teammates if he was that player who stood back and got the pop flashes in. But Sunny hiding behind the boxes. It's raining frags at the moment for Sunny. Gets a double, Corone on the boxes. And right now, Allu, without a doubt, you'd expect him to be walking into a death trap. And that's exactly what is going to occur. And Get Right completely surrounded now. I hate to say it, but I don't think he stands a chance, and he doesn't. Reflex confirms that.
You see though that Allu, even though he's under fire there, looking through smoke, still manages to land a kill on Aslag. I think they picked up his AWP, but even with all that, you know, pressure, running backwards, full speed, under fire for Corone, where you can't see where he is behind the box, still managed to land a kill on Aslag.
So again, back to what we were discussing. It's an eco round coming out from Jynttä.
Manager roles.
Yeah, and Natu
Coaching
obviously,
roles.
yeah, taking the change from being a player to a coach. What's your take on it, and what kind of roles does he realistically pull off? And there we go. It's just a simple eco bash.
Reflex. Hopefully he picked this one. He wasn't playing so great in the on the Group A day. Not yesterday, day before. He wasn't playing so great. He was a bit quiet in some of these games, especially in eBay. It took him a long time to get into the game. I'm glad to see him really picking it up here. As you're saying though, coaching for Natu, he coaches. You've got to have someone with great experience. You don't want someone coming in who thinks they're really good and tries to impose their style in the game. And
a bit like you then. No, I'm just kidding.
You need someone like Natu, who has seen every single thing the game can give you. And it depends how deep you want to go. Obviously, Kinguin use their coach actually as their caller as well. Did recently until he was removed from the team. Get Right, nice opening. Drop a little present down for Corone, but he's out of there. But yeah, your coach needs to be someone very experienced and has to have the right mentality. They can't be a rager. They have to be someone very calm, can remove himself from the game, and usually someone who was previously a caller. Manager role, you know, you've got it's great. Well, all these teams now have managers. They can just handle all the travel, you know, all the drinks, everything that, you know, the players are worried about during the game, just so they can focus on it.
So, talking about focusing, Team Jynttä have definitely stepped it up. The best they can hope for going into the second half is going to be 10-5. But do you think 10-5 will be enough for them if they do manage to win their CT pistol?
It's Dust2. It's a momentum-based map. You know, it depends really who wins the pistol. If they win the pistol, by all means, yeah. If not, I think it's ROCCAT all the way. It's 100% ROCCAT. If Team Jynttä lose that pistol, that's it. I'm going to call it right there. I don't think they're going to go back in it.
Really? Do you think they're going to win Inferno Mirage? Still confident with 2-1 prediction. Hello, Natu through the smoke. He hasn't done too much damage so far today, but that's a nice start. Welcome to the scoreboard.
That is a nice start. It's always good to get those lucky ones. You feel a little bit blessed when you get them, when you feel like, you know...
Thank you, Lord Gaben.
Lord Gaben's on your side. You know, Lady Luck shines upon you. So when you're feeling, you know, like everything is going your way, you just make those shots without thinking. So that's going to no doubt help him.
So that CT pushing straight out along, getting so much information. I wish Sunny would have managed to get at least a second frag there, but the good news, if you're a ROCCAT fan, is that it still is 3-on-3, and Team Jynttä need to try and hold this B bomb site. Currently, as things stand, with 2 AWPs. That's the rifler down, and this is going to be very, very difficult for Team Jynttä, unless Stonde can at least get the frag onto Reflex. Allu's waiting, he's going aggressive, and Reflex reads him like an open book. They should now pretty much gang up on Stonde, and you know what? Corone did it all by himself. It's going to be 11-4, and personally, I think I'm quite disappointed that Team Jynttä didn't put up more of a fight this round. Even if it would have finished 10-5, I still expected more from them.
Absolutely, and Corone just buying a Zeus. He was planning a little surprise for one of the Jynttä players there. That just shows how confident they're feeling. They're feeling confident. They're going for Zeus kills now. I mean, you expected more from Get Right and Allu and Natu, Sturb and Stonde. You expected more from them. But, you know, first map of the day, maybe getting warmed up. We're going to give them a chance. CT side now is a perfect chance for them to come back. If they win that pistol, they don't have to come up with those strats to attack with. They can just sit back and allow their raw aim to act like a sentry gun. They can just sit on a site and just shoot anything that moves. They don't have to think that much, and when you're playing with a mix, that might be the best thing, especially if communication, you know, isn't on point with Get Right being Swedish and the rest being Finnish.
Or maybe it's just Get Right, Natu and Allu rubbing off. You know what they say about NiP, how they're slow starters?
Absolutely.
Maybe it's rubbing off onto Stonde and Disturbed as well, but let's wait and see. As we know in Counter-Strike, anything really is possible. We've seen comebacks where teams are 14-1 down at half-time, even comebacks in the past where teams are 15-0 down at half-time, so...
Let's see what the smoke is. Nice, easy, short smoke there.
Yeah, Xbox by the looks of things, and Allu has no idea now.
I like that smoke. I might use that. Might bring it to my matchmaking repertoire.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I think what we're going to see, basically, is Sunny trying to make noise towards short, just to keep Team Jynttä guessing. And then the 4 of the 5 ROCCAT players all storm into B simultaneously. And then if Allu can stay alive, he'd then try and either hold off the rotators or flank mid to B alone and stop rotators obviously going towards CT's 4. And this could work pretty well, even though there are 2 CTs towards this B bomb site. Get Right has to reload, and this is Zarte's chance to make it happen. There is the headshot onto the Swede, and ROCCAT explode. Sunny does brilliantly by flanking, and he's going to give the call in as to where Disturbed's whereabouts are.
Sunny should have both of them there, though.
Yeah.
His flank may have been amazing, but his aim certainly wasn't there.
I think I may have called him, I think I may have called Sunny Allu earlier on. Apologies about that. But they should get this frag. And just to clarify to everyone asking, even though it does say BO1 Group B on the right-hand side, this is a best of 3, and this is the semi-final, so that will be changed as soon as possible.
So, ROCCAT closing out pistol round. It's not looking good for Team Jynttä now, I'm going to be honest.
No, it's not, unless they can, I don't know, win the 5-7 P250 round. But
armor though. I think they're just maybe considering an early buy. Who knows?
Do you think it makes sense? Do you think it's the right approach to take?
Maybe not. Maybe they're just ensuring that, you know, when it comes to that buy round, they do have everything: full nades, full Kevlar, and even an AWP on Allu, or maybe Stonde actually.
So there we go. The pop flash towards short. ROCCAT putting most of their eggs in the same basket. Azlak has a bit of a fight on his hands, but so far he's won one of the 2 fights. He's won both fights, and right now Team Jynttä running all towards him. He got 2 frags, which is more than enough given his current situation. ROCCAT know that Team Jynttä are hot on their tails, so they are going to plant, and now they just need to hold this bomb site.
Took all 5 players of Jynttä rushing towards him to actually take down Azlak. And that's just one man with a scout. Still got another 4 people to find.
Nice to see Get Right showing off his nice new Skin Arena knife. And we're giving away a Skin Arena knife to subscribers at the end of the month. We're giving away an M9 Bayonet Vanilla which we forgot to tell you about at the beginning, but all you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel. Are you subscribed, Logan?
Who wouldn't be?
What, with the amazing NiPTv Allu emoticon?
Yeah,
And the Forest Kappa.
The Forest Kappa. I'm a big fan of the Freiburg Banana King.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Banana King. And of course we've got a competition going on as well, which allows people to make emoticons themselves and enter them into a competition where we'll, at the end of the month, we're going to choose the favourite user-entered emoticon and then actually implement it onto this Twitch channel. So good luck to everyone who enters. If you're interested in entering, just go check out Twitter. It's at NiPGamingTV and go through the images. You'll find all the details you need there. And what does it look like ROCCAT are going to try and do now, Logan?
Oh, they've done the same mid-smoke. Now they're going to do something completely different. Rush long. Just a completely different strat, but Jynttä have heard it. They're aware of it. And Natu's in the middle of them. Zartan's going ham, though. Reflex and Sunny also picking up quick kills, and Zartan's just on point. He's thirsty for blood. Perone finishing off Allu, and eventually Reflex will drop, as well as Aslak got unfortunately caught in that initial mayhem. That was wasn't that costly. They picked up the AKs and they even carried a ump out from the end of that round, so it wasn't that bad. Zartan swapping the ult for Aslak, and also going to have Zartan with a scout on mid. Stonda here with the AWP, not Allu. Interesting decision there. Haven't really seen Stonda get in the game yet. He's still sitting down there on 3 frags.
Yeah, well, if there's any time for him to step it up, it's without a doubt going to be right now. So, ROCCAT, they've got Reflex in upper tunnels, 2 players lower tunnels. That could perhaps maybe smoke off CT spawn from there. And by the looks of things, the bomb being dropped at the top of mid, they don't want to take any harsh decisions, even though they do have technically a 10-round barrier where they are able to make mistakes. And that's one of the perks of having such a strong first half. It gives you room for error, it gives you breathing space.
It looked like a strong tactic to pull off here, the way the CTs are setting up. And they put the smokes down mid and the flashes faked it just to see how the CTs would respond. They're probing the defences here. They're learning their enemy. They're getting smart with every round, and Jynttä, they're going to have to keep coming up with new ideas before ROCCAT has them figured.
So there's the question. Do ROCCAT have them figured? They already spotted someone rotating from CT spawn towards double doors. And now they need to brute force a plant with 25 seconds to go. Sunny expected someone, mainly Stonda with the AWP, hiding towards the car area. Disturbed, going big with 2 frags, but it's not going to be enough. He was the last and final line of defense. Aslak catches Natu on the rotation, and Allu and GetRight, the NiP duo, the 2 ninjas to try and do something out of this round. Allu gets 1, but at 1 versus 1, it's all pressure on Mr. Allison himself. He's traded out his weapon for a brand new Hyper Beast M4. He's making noises, jumping left, right and centre, and Aslak, as you do, casual headshot in mid-air. And that was a decent fight back from GetRight and Allu, but they just really lacked that extra person in the end.
Yeah, I mean, Disturbed did his work from CT. Allu chimed in as well. It's just not everyone pulling their weight right now. We need everyone fragging for Jynttä, and we don't see that currently. Early in the day, SMG, FAMAS, Magpie. Very interesting. Maybe now this will unlock some aggression from them. They need to stop ROCCAT from setting up so easily. We saw that though, like before, I believe in the E-Battle versus ROCCAT game. If ROCCAT were allowed and given time to set up, they were on point. They were very drilled. You can't give them time to set up. You've got to play mixed style. You've got to be aggressive. You've got to get in amongst them and really get into their minds.
A bit similar to how ROCCAT started the game. Remember how aggressive they went onto shore?
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
Hot flashes going in, the nades surprising their opponents. They didn't want to give Team Jynttä the first few rounds, didn't want to allow them to build the confidence which they thrive upon. And I fully agree with what you're saying. It would be nice, especially Team Jynttä being a mix, to try and randomize things up a bit, try and get more in your face towards ROCCAT. If you ask me, they've already lost Dust2. I'd really like to see them take that unorthodox approach with them towards Inferno and Mirage.
Yeah, we definitely need to start preparing for the next day at this point. 15-4 is... It's not looking crazy, is it? Hello, Nine picks up one. Aslak, quick return on him over that AWP. Aslak is looking so deadly with it.
Yeah, he is. Allu going to decide to go aggressive towards upper tunnels. But this round is still winnable, especially if Zarte gets caught out. But there's the commentator's curse put into action. And it's all down to my main man in Disturb to try and save the day. 3 versus 1, but Aslak here knows where he's coming from. Blimey, I mean, that was a lot more one-sided than